Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Gurjeet. I'm a toddler mom and also a fitness realist. Someone who's restarted her fitness journey more times than I can even count. Today I want to talk about something that is really very close to my heart, is how to restart your fitness journey. Not with pressure, not with guilt, both of those out the window, but with something that comes out of honesty, with kindness, and something that can actually stick for a longer time. Because here's the truth. Most of us don't quit because we are lazy. We quit because life happens and we get discouraged, and then we carry that guilt, and that guilt stops us from restarting our fitness journey all over again. So today I want to walk you through a way that doesn't feel like a punishment, because that's how I did it when I kept failing, I kept giving up and restarting my fitness journey over and over again. Okay, so let's start here. If you have quit before 5 times or even 50 times or even more than that, because I might be into that category, just this year, in past 4.5 months, I have done it twice already. Yeah. So you're not failure, you're not broken, you're not even behind. Let's say it out loud that you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. All those times when you had to give up, you have learned that what is very overwhelming for you. You have learned that what doesn't suit your lifestyle. Maybe a 5-day workout in a week doesn't suit your lifestyle because your toddler wakes up at 4 a.m. in the morning screaming and crying, and you had no good sleep that night. So working out is out the window. So what we do in this is that for 1 week, you just move your body little extra, but without any timelines, without any workout videos, without any specific number of minutes or timer on it. You just move your body consciously little extra, but not with any strict guidelines. So some of the things that I have done and that have actually worked for me is, the day I don't feel like working out, I'll just put my favorite song on and I'll just dance on it for 3 minutes, and my toddler would join me. So it's a party, win-win. The other thing that we do is, I do is, that day consciously I'll make an effort to just walk 1,000 steps extra. 1,000 steps, that's it. Yeah, I mean, in a day probably we all walk around in the house and at work and run behind our toddlers. That cardio is not counted. Even after all that, I would want you to do 1,000 extra steps, that's it. And on day 3 probably you can just be like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna get out of the house and I'm gonna walk till the end of the street and come back. Just an extra movement. And the whole thing behind this, the magic is that there is no pressure, but you just show up for yourself. That's it. There's no pressure, there's no timeline, there's no guidelines, nothing. But you just show up for yourself. And what this does is that it removes from your brain that you're not working out hard enough. You know, it removes the shame of not working out hard enough, and it also makes your body feel that movement is good. You will like it. You know, you'll do it for 3 days and then you'll be like, okay, you know what, let's do 2,000 steps today. No pressure, but you yourself, you might feel like doing it. That's what I'm saying. And the next part we'll be talking about is how to create anchors and not routines. Because I'm sure all of us, especially moms and working parents, right? We don't have set schedules. There are times where you have planned a workout and your toddler throws a tantrum and a severe meltdown because you did not hand him over that knife that he was asking for. Yes, that's happened with me, and I've told him it's danger, and he's like, bad mama. So, and that bad mama hits you even hard. Okay. And that's why I've stopped chasing routines and I've started using anchors. Anchors is actually something that you are already doing something and you start doing another activity along with it. It's also called habit stacking. If you have read the book Atomic Habits, it's the way you attach a new habit with your old one. For example, when your coffee is brewing, you can probably do 5 or 10 quick squats. Or if you are watching Netflix, my favorite time of the day, you can probably get on your walking pad and walk for 15 minutes. Or the another thing, after you have put your toddler for a nap, you can do this only after you have put your toddler for a nap, because I'm going to tell you about deep breathing. You lie down and then you breathe for 2 to 5 minutes. I was trying to do it when my toddler was running around and I had my belly pierced. He jumped on my stomach. Yeah. Nothing was damaged and broken in that incident, but it was painful. So these little movements becomes invisible fitness. They don't need a specific time. It just adds up to your old ones. I used to think that fitness or movement is about a 45-minute workout with a mat and with your workout clothes, with a playlist, but no. Most of my strongest restarts were done in either a living room or a kitchen barefoot. So it need not be a 45-minute window. So what it does in long run is that it actually boosts your confidence. About that day, you'll be like, oh, you know what? I did 10 squats today and I walked 1,000 extra steps. And that's what we all need. We need confidence. Once you start feeling happy with your confidence, the next day, the same confidence will push you forward and you'll be like, you know what, let's try doing 2,000 steps. And that's gonna make you really feel good. Because once you start doing things consistently, you remind yourself that, you know what, I started that and I finished it. And that's what builds the foundation of consistency. And the next part we'll move on to is that I would want you all guys to track your energy and not your size and not your time. What these days we see fitness is how many kgs did you lose, how many sizes did you drop, how many inches did you lose. But what I'm going to talk about is track your energy. When you start a week, don't look for, for next 6 months or for next 1 year. Don't do that. Start with a week. I usually start with a week. If I feel good enough, I start with a month. So start with a week and write down how you feel about yourself, your energy, or about your whole fitness of yourself. And then try doing what I just said previously for that 1 week. And then end of the week, write down again how you feel about your energy. How do you feel about yourself, about your fitness, about your confidence, anything. Just write down probably 5 lines before the week starts and 5 lines after the week starts, and you will notice a difference. That's what I'm talking about. It slowly builds your confidence and consistency. And the last part that I'm going to talk about is so important, because even before we start, we need to accept it, that we need to prepare ourselves for setbacks. And they're going to happen, and you need to be prepared for it. Just 1 or 2 setbacks in your week's journey shouldn't throw you off from the whole plan. You need to normalize that there will be days when you'll miss. There will be days when you will eat whatever you feel like eating, and for sure it's not going to be a clean meal, but that's fine. You will have days where, again, your toddler had a tantrum, you had to cancel a workout. You'll have days where you will just not feel like moving. You just want to sit on that couch and act like a potato. That's again fine. You need to be prepared for that. But the difference this time will be, you will not let those days become the moment of failure, because you, back of your head, knew that this is going to happen and this is already the part of your plan. You planned to restart, you planned to have a setback, and you planned already to start over again the next day. So we already made this plan. So this time, that one day will not make it a failure for you. Because success isn't linear, it's messy. And restarts don't need to be clean, it just needs to be consistent. So guys, here's the plan for the next week. If anyone out there wants to follow, for next 1 week, what we're going to do is, first of all, we're going to let go of that shame. We don't need any extra weight on us. The second one will be, we will try to have a no rule week. So there is no rule of a 45-minute workout. There is no rule of following a workout video. Just give me some tiny extra movement each day. That's it. The third one would be stacking habit or anchor building, one after the other. Attach it with your kids' playtime, have your own playtime, stack your habits. The third one that we want is see how you feel, how your energy feels, how your confidence is after 3 days. And if it's already going up, let's do 2,000 steps the next day, right? And then last one, what I want you to do is give a huge window for setbacks, because there are days, maybe out of 7 days a week, you might give me only 4 days, but you know what? I'll be happy with those 4 days. So don't punish yourself, enjoy this journey. That's what the whole point is of doing this video. If this video helped you, drop a comment below and tell me what tiny win are you going to claim this week. And share this with someone who wants to reset and not restart because you're already starting from confidence and not from scratch. I'm already proud of you guys. Bye.